Ready. Play.
Our kids are on the court. Oh, wow. Coming in. I like the music. Yeah, I don't know what that
Gorgeous day 4 in New York at the US Open, and spirits were high. That was quickly dashed by the first 2 matches of the day. The match between Jack Draper and Ubi Urkach was clearly one-sided, as Ubi looked pale and weak. The physio was called out, but he stuck with the match, losing in straight sets. A bright side was it was good to see Jack Draper back on court playing well. Then it was off to court 5 for Matteo Berrettini versus Arthur Rinderknecht. For the first set and a half, we had the Rinderknecht who pushed Alcaraz in queens. He was up a set and a half on Berrettini and was playing lights out when Berrettini took a bad fall and had to retire. I needed a palate cleanser after the first 2 matches, so headed off to Louis Armstrong, where Elina Svitolina was putting in a masterclass on how to come back from a set down and win. Ran to catch the 5th set of Arthur Fils versus Matteo Arnaldi, which delivered. Can't wait to see more of Fils in the future. Bobbed around the courts for a bit and finally called it a night at the Open. The hot ticket tomorrow might finally be the day session on Arthur Ashe, but Louis Armstrong is where I'll hang for most of the day.
Ready. Play.
Long time no see. It's been a while. Make sure you get voting in our poll. which is to decide who you think is going to win this match between Taylor Townsend and Karolína Muchová. We've already got plenty of votes coming in for that one. So please get voting. At the moment, I can see that Taylor Townsend is on 67%. So 2/3 of you predicting a win for the American. Me personally, I would probably think that a Muchová win is more likely, but it's a democracy, ladies and gentlemen. You are fair to vote for who you wish or who you think is going to win this particular encounter. And of course, Muchová does feature in Nick's top 10, let's say, power rankings that he released before the tournament. I'm actually just going to give you a very quick reminder of those power rankings before we get our teeth into Muchová and Taylor Townsend to see if Taylor Townsend features and where Karolína Muchová features. So, what do you think about that top 10? And what do you think about Muchova's positioning? As Townsend gets us underway, she is serving first. She goes down the tee and she goes wide. Hi, Terry. By the way, make sure you get in the comments section, get voting, and hit that like button to let me know as well what you think about this match. It's love all, of course, as it always is at the beginning of the match. Taylor Townsend comes into the net and puts away a volley. So, 15 love. For those of you tuning in saying, oh, I'm also watching other matches, don't worry, we will be across those as well. I will share my opinions from time to time. Terry, I'd love to know your thoughts on the day ahead, but also this Muchová Townsend encounter. Be good to know those thoughts and make sure you get voting. As I say, 15 love here for Taylor at the moment, and she's coming into the net again. I expect that quite a bit, but that smash, not the best smash that Taylor has hit in her life. That is for sure. 15 all. Nice thoughts, Roy. Roy, make sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. 15 all here. I make Muchová the fairly warm favorite, although I can see in the poll our voters are divided at the moment. So get voting there. Second serve here for Taylor. If you are watching another match, by the way, feel free to let me know what's going on and your thoughts on those other matches in the live chat. As Muchová, okay, must have clipped the net, that one. It's another second serve for Muchová to look at. Muchová this time coming into the net, 15-30, a statement of intent perhaps from the Czech. So already Muchová is laying down a marker in this first game. Just 2 minutes on the clock, 15-30, as she waits to receive a potential first serve from Taylor Townsend. Forehand from Taylor goes, is that a winner? It is, yes, a really nice winner there from Taylor, 30 all. Yeah, you think, Roy, therefore, that Rybakina's, yes, I would agree that I think a Townsend match for Rybakina in the quarters, I believe that might be. Is it quarters that Rybakina and Muchová are set to meet? I tell you what a stellar quarterfinal lineup we could have. By the way, a stellar fourth round match potentially between Ostapenko and Swiatek. But a quarterfinal lineup with Muchová and Rybakina and Goff and Swiatek. Ooh, what a lovely point this is turning out to be, and Townsend wins it, 40-30. Yes, Sabalenka Jabeur, I think, are still on course for a quarterfinal matchup. And I'm just trying to think who the other quarterfinal would be. Pegula. I have Pegula getting to the semis, so whoever her quarterfinal is against, maybe a nice return there for Muchova. Was down into the body, but it wasn't fast enough, so she could easily run around that and hit a lovely forehand winner into the body, but no problem there for Karolína. Deuce. Okay, we are now at advantage Taylor Townsend, though, so she does have a game point. Second serve here, though, for Muchova on the ad side, where she was so successful before. For those of you just tuning in, make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new, please subscribe. Backhand return this time for Muchova. Maybe she could have run around that one. Anyway, forehand Muchova, backhand Taylor. Now Muchova's coming into the net. She's got a smash, has she? No. She's on the forehand now. Goes back to the baseline, and Taylor nets with a slice. Hit the like button. Terry, how many likes are we on? Somebody tell me on YouTube. But also, let me know your thoughts on this match, Muchova Townsend. It's advantage Townsend once again, so we have a game point for her. Townsend this time, again into the backhand of Muchova, avoiding that forehand at all costs, but she nets Taylor, so we're back at deuce. Let's see how that poll is getting on. Still at 50-50. Still 50-50 here. Muchova, by the way, nets the return. She's not doing very well in the deuce court, but on the ad side, she's fine. Backhand return again for Muchova. Townsend not giving her a chance to run around and get a forehand. It's a lovely volley from Muchova at the net, and we're back at deuce. Deuce again, ladies and gentlemen. There are other matches going on today, and I will keep you up to date with all of those. Again, we're on that deuce side, and oh, what a lovely winner that is from Taylor. Taking no prisoners with that one. Game point again for the American. Hi, John Teal. Nice to have you on board. Make sure you hit the like button on Facebook or on YouTube. Click like, John Teal, please. Great to have you on board. Who are you supporting today? This time Taylor goes down the tee, and it's an ace, and perhaps she caught Muchova by surprise, given how often that she's gone to the backhand in the last few points on that side. And she gets an ace, and she's on the board for a 1-love lead. And we will be back in about 60 seconds. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Well, not messing around here is Karolína Muchova, who's already raced into a 30-love lead. Let's have a quick look, see how the poll is getting on. Right now, we have 56% of you going for Karolína Muchova, which makes sense to me. I do have her as the favorite today. But at the moment, it's Townsend who's off the mark first with holding serve. But Muchova looks like she's going to hold serve here. Well, we're still at 30 love. Thought she was going to win that point there to make it 40 love. She's back in charge of the point. She comes into the net for a backhand volleyed winner. Nice. Karolína, nice. 3 game points now for the Czech. Okay. Make sure you hit that like button, by the way. Let's see if we can get to 20 likes today for this video. Slice there from Townsend. Muchova again coming into the net. I think both players are enjoying coming into the net today. And that's an interesting one. Okay, a slice drop shot there from Townsend. Oh, but Muchova doesn't take advantage of what should have been a nice opportunity there for her. Taylor smiling there. It's 40-15. Okay, so still 2 game points here for the Czech. Muchova leading 40-15. Backhand return on the defensive there, Townsend. Anything but defensive there, though. Is that a successful passing shot? It is. 40-30. Wow. She was way down in that point. That's one of those ones where you go, she won the point from here as you do a freeze frame of her way off court. Excellent work from Taylor there. 40-30. Narrowing the gap in this first game, making sure Muchova has to work for it. 11 minutes on the clock. Interesting return stance here from Taylor. She's sort of ready to sprint towards it. It's a good serve, though, from Karolína. It's a poor volley, though, from Karolína. And we're back at deuce. And probably for all 3 points that she's lost, she was way up in each rally. If she gets broken her, she'll be immensely disappointed. As good as that return was from Taylor, Muchova should still be putting that away. Backhand return from Taylor. Forehand Muchova. Forehand Taylor now going cross court. Good depth there from Taylor. Forehand again from Taylor Townsend's got plenty of venom on that one. She's coming into the net. And she's got a break point, ladies and gentlemen. Break point, Taylor Townsend. From 40 love up, Muchova. She never quite had the advantage in that rally that she had in other rallies, I would say. And that's down to Taylor's tenacity. Try saying Taylor's tenacity after a couple of beers. Okay, break point, Taylor Townsend. Muchova to serve. This game has gone from nowhere to being something. Let's say that. Muchova serves to the forehand of Taylor into the net, and Taylor's a bit disappointed there. I think she may have been wrong-footed by that serve, anticipating a backhand down the tee. Either way, you can see that she's frustrated with herself because that was an opportunity there. Muchova's had better serves already in this game than that one. Okay, deuce. Breakpoint saved for now. Into the body, forehand return. Muchova wins that point with a forehand win. It's game point for the number 10 seed. Okay, Muchova this time. Down the tee, backhand return. Muchova in charge of this point, comes into the net, and Townsend goes long, and Muchova has held for one game all. Let's have a look at some of the scores on the doors. Later on today, we'll have Tommy Paul against David Fekina and Caroline Wozniacki against Jen Brady. Both of those match opening up on Ash in about an hour or so from now. Match is already underway. Obviously, this one between Muchova and Townsend. Wong and Schmidlova are already underway. I think they're on serve there at the beginning of that match. Some doubles action as well. Of course, the draw is starting to thin out as we progress. And so, yeah. That's keeping you up to date with some of the matches from elsewhere. So, yeah, there we go. Let's concentrate, though, just till the end of this game, at least, on what we see in front of us. Yeah, so Wong and Schmidlova are indeed on serve, as you can see. Townsend serving, 15 love. Second serve here for Muchova to look at. It's got a backhand return. It's an awkward one, though, for her. But Townsend misfires, mishits, and hits it long. So we're at 15 all. There's no men's match currently underway. That's probably what's confused me a little bit. I thought there was a men's match starting at this time as well. Anyway, another second serve here for Muchova to look at. Forehand from Taylor. Deep sort of loopy slice there from Muchova. Forehand Muchova's really good, but good defense from Taylor. This is turning into a bit of an epic rally. Backhand to backhand. Now forehand from Taylor. Of course, she's a lefty. So that backhand cross court from Muchova is going into the lefty side of Taylor. She goes up the line to the forehand of Karolína. Now Karolína's being pushed all over the court and her backhand slice goes into the net. These lefties, ladies and gentlemen, they're not easy. They're not easy. Yeah, so the first two men's matches to get underway today will be Tommy Paul against David Fekina up on Ash in about 45 minutes from now, and Shelton against Karatsev on grandstand about 15 minutes later. Ooh, and Muchova's dropped her racket. She's also dropped that point. I hope she's okay. 40-15 for Taylor. Terry, who are you predicting to win? Forehand return, but Taylor wins this service game comfortably. It was a really good serve there. She leads 2-1, and we will take a very short break. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Indeed, and we are back with Karolína Muchová to serve 1-2. Terry predicting Muchová. Terry as well, what about this return stance from Townsend, which is kind of funky? Let me know what you think about that. Also, let me know what you think about Davidovich-Fokina, Tommy Paul, which is coming up shortly. I've gone for Davidovich-Fokina in that one, but it's a really close one, of course. Tommy Paul beating him in Australia. Love 15 here on the Muchová serve. We're watching a plane fly by. I have no idea what the significance of that is. Forehand return there from Taylor. Backhand Taylor comes into the net now, Taylor. And in fact, she wins the point due to a really good deep shot that forced an error from Muchová. Love 30 here. Karolína Muchová to serve. Forehand return. Backhand Muchová. Forehand from Taylor. Backhand again from Muchová. Backhand from Taylor. Cross court there. Muchová now on the forehand. She's going to come into the net surely, but she hesitated, and it's love 40. It's love 40, ladies and gentlemen. She hesitated there, Karolína, and maybe she paid the price as Taylor sensed blood. Excellent cross-court winner on the backhand side. Muchova to serve. Second serve here for Townsend. Three break points already for the American. Forehand return is good. Forehand again from Taylor. Taylor comes net rushing here, but she's not took advantage of that with a volley into the net. Yeah, it was tricky. It was tricky, but it was a 50-50 one. $15.40. Still two more break points here for the American. Second serve, because that first serve from Karolína went long. No, it didn't. It was obviously landed in. My apologies. It was a really good serve, therefore, forcing the error. Maybe Taylor could have taken a step back. 30-40. Well, Ricky, interesting point. Ricky, make sure you hit the like button. And Ricky, if you are new to the channel, click subscribe as we try and push ourselves towards 3,000 subscribers. All of you welcome. And also all of you urged to hit that like button. A lot will depend on today, I think. Muchova is erred and Taylor breaks 3-1. 3-1. So, Ricky, your prediction looking a little bit more likely, because I think a lot will depend on this result today, because quite possibly the winner of this match gets to the quarterfinal and therefore a potential meeting with Rybakina, which, Ricky, would quantify a deep run. But I still have Muchova as the favourite. Let's have a quick look to see what our pollsters are thinking. Well, it's close. It's close. Get voting on YouTube. 53-47. Muchova will be looking to strike back as quickly as possible here. And Townsend goes long, so she had a little bit of a help there. Love 15. Love 15 already on that serve. So we're now at 50-50 between Muchova and Townsend. So a little bit more love for the American. Second serve here for Muchova to look at. She'll be keen to strike back ASAP. I don't think Muchova's dropped a set yet in this tournament, albeit only 2 matches. Good backhand return there from her, which forced the error, making it love 30. For those of you tuning in, make sure you hit the like button. Just click that button just below the screen. It says like. Go Taylor. I can see some people in the crowd, although the person holding the R is not holding it up and instead trying to listen to the US Open radio feed. So it just says go Taylor. But we get the message. Okay, Taylor to serve. Love 30. Goes long on the first serve. As I say, Muchova keen to strike back immediately, having just been broken. But she had trouble in her first service game, don't forget. Townsend did have a break point, so she's getting a real firm look at the Muchova serve at the moment. Anyway, that's not going to be on her mind right now. She comes into the net. Oh, we've seen a few wayward volleys from both players today. I don't know if the sun is playing any role in that. Of course, we've got Taylor in her cap, which should at least help her a little bit. But that's a volley she would expect to put that one away. Just a cushion volley that in the end didn't even clip the tape, actually. So now we have a triple breakpoint opportunity for Karolína Muchova. Let me know where you're tuning in from as well. As Taylor goes down the tee, forehand Taylor Townsend has gone wide and Muchova has broken back immediately. We will take a quick break. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Indeed. Well, Muchova's not missing out on the chance to break back. She is back now on serve, so it's 2-3 in this particular encounter. Schmidlova and Wong are on serve at 3-all. They are slightly ahead of this match, which probably tells you just how close Muchova and Townsend is turning out to be. Oh, nice, Rhea. Nice. And I'm really pleased that you're joining us today as well. And even if you are sort of listening in from afar, whilst harvesting vegetables on your sister's farm in Ontario. Ontario, sorry, Rhea, is the capital, right? No, that's Ottawa. My bad. I'll stick to the tennis. 3-2, or I should say 2-3, because Muchova is serving, and really she should have done better on that forehand attempted pass going into the net. Love 15. Only 2 matches currently underway in New York. More obviously coming thick and fast as they go past midday in the Big Apple. Forehand return here for Taylor. And a forehand winner from Karolína Muchová. Okay. 15-all. Forehand return from Taylor. Doesn't make it over the net. Good serve from Muchova. 30-15. For those of you just tuning in, please hit the like button as we try to get to 20 likes. Somebody in the live chat, let me know how many likes we are on YouTube. That would be good to know. Let's try and see if we can push ourselves towards 20. And if you are new to the channel, please hit subscribe so I can keep bringing you commentaries such as this one. Nick will be bringing you a commentary later on today. And of course, we have our daily show at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. UK time and 3 p.m. Central European time, our daily show called The First Serve. Taylor comes in for this return, a forehand. And it's Muchova's turn to There's been quite a few unforced errors in this match so far, and this time it's Muchova's turn to with a backhand into the net. 30-all. Yes, if you're enjoying these commentaries, make sure you hit the like button. Okay, 30-all. Taylor, ready to pounce on this return. Comes in. Second serve for her to look at here. We've had 2 breaks in a row. Are we going to get a third break in a row? Taylor's been pretty close on the 3 service games of Muchova so far, including a break. Forehand return for the lefty. Muchova should think about coming into the net there, and then she does it this time, but it doesn't even need to worry about that because it's a forehand winner from the Czech. 40-30. 40-30. Also get voting in our poll that we've got going. At the moment, we have 62% thinking a Muchova win, which makes sense to me. Please win. Someone is betting on you, Muchova. I think she will win, and also get voting in our poll. And like the video and subscribe. All right, you get the message. Okay, Muchova serving. Forehand return is... Oh, no, must have clipped the net. Clip the net, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, KC. Nice of you to stop by. Get voting in that poll. Game point for Muchova for 3-all. Backhand Taylor. Forehand Muchova's good. But so's the defense from Taylor. Oh, it clips the net. What are you going to do with this one? Oh, my goodness me. Taylor Townsend. Take a bow. Deuce. Wow. Yes, indeed, Taylor Townsend. Nice work. Back at deuce. Indeed. I'm really pumped for this one. It was the one I was most appealed by in the early stages of the day. I mean, Davidge Fokine and Tommy Paul was a close second. They were the two standout matches from the opening matches in New York. Great to have Josie there, giving us a like on Facebook. Thank you, Josie. As it's on the forehand of Muchova, sticking to that backhand of Taylor. Now it's on the forehand of Taylor. No, it's not, because Muchova's gone long, and we've got another break point for Taylor. Taylor now, that's 3 service games in a row on the Muchova serve that she has threatened. She has had a break point in each of Muchova's service games. And she made the most of one of those to break serve, albeit that she got broken back. Thanks, Cedric. Indeed, Roy. I agree. Okay. Karolína Muchova to serve. Townsend again, ready to pounce. She just comes out of the shade. No, she goes back in because Muchova's going to make her wait for this one. But it's quite interesting how she's just in the shade and then she just appears in the sun, ready to pounce. But is Muchova going to make her pay? Muchova into the net. I think it's going to go long on the lob, and it has, as Taylor goes like this in disappointment, perhaps at her shot selection. Probably wasn't quite sat up enough for the lob. Or maybe she just didn't execute it right. Either way, we're back at deuce, much to the chagrin of the American. Okay, down the tee this time from Karolína. Forehand Muchova. Not good enough, that forehand. That sort of forehand sort of drop, stop, short volley just wasn't good enough from Karolína. And Taylor made her pay. And we have another break point. Another break point here. So, second break point of the game. She's had quite a few break points in this first set already. She looks focused. She looks determined. She emerges into the sun. Second serve. This is turning out to be a real battle. Already, just 5 games in. Coming into the sun. Here we go. Forehand return. Forehand Muchova. Backhand Taylor. Muchova sat up nicely for her and she punishes. Deuce. Deuce, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a quick look at that poll. We're looking at 60-40 at the moment. As that would be my sort of guess as well. 58-42. Get voting in that. We've had 31 votes. How many likes are we on? For those of you tuning in on YouTube and also in the live chat, how many likes are we at? Breakpoints 1. Taylor Townsend, just 1 from 6 so far. Muchova being extremely ruthless, 1 from 1. Okay. It's now a game point for 3-all now for Muchova after a disappointing kind of backhand there, quite low down for Taylor to pick up, but still. She then demonstrates what she should have done just after. So we have a game point for the Czech to make it 3-all. We're over 8 minutes into this game, but all of Karolína Muchova's service games have been a tough one. I mean, we're only at 3-2 and we're over half an hour into this match. Well over half an hour. Goes down the tee with an ace and she clenches the fist, and so she should. Made to work once again to hold serve there, Karolína. But we are at 3 games all. Wong and Schmiedlova remain on serve at 4-3 with Wong serving, 15-all. Some men's matches about to get underway, including Davidovich Fokina, Tommy Paul. They're about 20 minutes away from beginning their match. Ben Shelton as well, due to get underway in about half an hour. Davidovich Fokina, Tommy Paul is up on Arthur Ashe. Also got Iga Swiatek in action today, but should be a fairly comfortable win for the Pole, I would argue. Okay, Taylor Townsend to serve. They're now into the rally. Forehand Taylor. Still on Taylor's lefty forehand, and Muchova goes long, 15-love. Let me know in the live chat, where are you tuning in from? For example, I'm in Bonn in Western Germany. Where are you? Let me know a city, if it's a renowned one, or a state, or a region, and a country. Be good to know. Taylor, by the way, that was, that first serve went so far out, it was almost in another state. Muchova here, ready to pounce. She's close to the baseline. Backhand return from Karolína. Good depth on that one. Forehand Karolína. Drop shot Karolína doesn't work into the net. There's so many drop shots and stop volleys and short volleys and pickups and half volleys that are just not working for either player today. That's been described as a forced error. I would more describe it as an unforced error, but there's been errors off both rackets today. Hi, Jago, tuning in from Brazil. Diana there in Paris. Quantum there, who's saying not just San Diego, but Santiago baby. And we've got Mike as well in Toronto, or MUC in Toronto, Canada. Great to have you all on board from various different parts of the world. Which place or which part of Brazil is that, Gigao? I hope. Falas inglês? Do you speak English? Eu não falo português. Eu falo espanhol, alemão e inglês. Okay. Anyway, back to the English and back to the match. 40-love, Taylor Townsend now. So 3 game points for the American. She nets on the first serve. Rio Grande do Sul, close to Argentina, close to the Argentinian border. Really good English as well. Charles there. It's an interesting match. Charles, where are you tuning in from? It's going for the lob here from Karolína. It's long, though, and Townsend holds for 4-3. As you say, Charles, a really interesting match, but let's take a short break. Thanks for tuning into this watch-along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. There you go. You heard the message. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Terry, where are you tuning in from, by the way? KC, where are you tuning in from? Cedric, where are you tuning in from? Roy, where are you watching from as well? Indeed, it does. Roy, where are you watching this match from? Are you where do you reside? Which part of the world? Karolína's serving here, 3-4. Okay, they're into the rally. Taylor, aggressive, comes into the net, does a volley there, but there's another. Oh, she was all sort of in 6s and 7s there. Taylor, 6s and 7s. There's an English expression you don't hear all the time. Muchova, 15 love. Yeah. Oh, you're in Kenya. Nice. Nairobi? What a great selection of people from all around the world, by the way, that we have tuning in. Brazil, Paris, San Diego, Toronto. More specifics on the Brazil there, near the Argentinian border. I'll give a go at the Portuguese here, by the way. Rio Grande do Sul. What do you think of my Portuguese, Jigal? Also, Roy in Kenya. Myself in Germany as well. Good passing shot there from Karolína Muchova for 30 love. All right, I give up on that juice. It's done. 30 love. Pretty wild first serve there from Karolína. Thank you, Jigal, for the compliment. Olá, obrigado. Tudo bem. Eu não falo português. Okay, Townsend, good depth there on that shot there from Taylor. And she comes into the net. We're seeing this a lot from both players today. And it's a lovely smash from Taylor, 30-15. 30-15, ladies and gentlemen. How's the poll coming along? 61-49. On YouTube, this is, of course. This poll is available. 61% for Karolína Muchova. By the way, if you want to become a member of Talking Tennis, described below, in the description below, there's a link for you just to click on and to become a member to both support the channel and get exclusive footage. Forehand to the backhand slice. Karolína comes into the net. Both players, as I said today, have loved coming into the net. Is that an unusual winner there, or has that gone out? No, it's gone out. What a really good lob there from Taylor, forcing the error from Karolína. Maybe Karolína was just a bit too close to the net. And I think I just saw Anastasia. I think I saw Anastasia on my TV. I'm going to write to her right now. I'm going to ask her. We maybe have an Anastasia then in the crowd. Okay, that passing shot attempt from Townsend has gone wide. So we've got 40-30. Your house is on Muchova. That's a big call, Jigal. That's a big call. I'm going for Muchova, but I wouldn't go as far as putting my house on it. Okay. $60-40. All right. Fair enough. Not quite putting your house on it, though. Okay, let's get back to some of the scores. Wong and Schmiedlova. Schmiedlova has a set point, and Muchova has just leveled things up at 4 games all on Louis Armstrong. Wong and Schmiedlova are on grandstand. So we have a set point there for Schmiedlova. Taylor Townsend back here on Louis Armstrong, about to serve at 4 all. That's a big call, by the way. KC's in London. Great. First shout from the UK. I'm originally from the UK, but now reside in Germany. Your house is on Muchova. That's, as I say, it's a bit of a strong one, Jigal, but fair enough. I'm still going for the Czech too. Just having a quick look at some of the other matches to come today on the men's side. Mannarino, Tiafoe, Zhang, Hijikata, Shelton, Karatsev as well. I couldn't remember who Shelton. That's exciting. I'm going for Davidic Fekina over Tommy Paul, but it's close. I'm going to go for Karatsev over Shelton, but it's close. Going to go for Tiafoe over Mannarino, but it's close. Zhang, Hijikata. Bonzi over Stricker? No idea. No idea. Yeah. Other matches tonight. Gojo Vesely, Mensik, Taylor Fritz. Fritz for me, Vesely for me, Djokovic over Zher. Yeah, so those are the remaining matches there. Back to the present and back to right now. Schmiedlova has another set point, whilst Taylor Townsend and Muchova are really in a battle here. 4 games all, 15 love to the American. So you're on Muchova's side. I would really love to see a Muchova run. I feel dreadfully sorry for her given all the injuries that she's had. That's a nice volley there for Taylor. 40 love. Given all the injuries that Muchova's had, which I think has deprived her of large parts of her career, and that painful defeat for her at the French Open final when she was a breakup in the third set over who was she a breakup? Iga Swiatek in the final. So I have a lot of sympathy for her. Ria here is win or lose, all for the Mannarinaissance. Very nice, very nice. Turn of phrase there. That's a disappointing volley again from Townsend. That's not the first time I've said that today. 40-15, she nets. We have 60 people on board across our various platforms. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, get voting in this very close poll, which, to be fair, is representative of the match, which is also very, very close. Not quite so close anymore is Schmiedlova against Wong, because Schmiedlova won the first set, 6-4. We're at 40-15 here, so we've got 2 game points for Taylor Townsend as she tries to get it to 5-4. Backhand return, forehand Taylor Townsend, backhand slice. Oh, backhand into the net from Taylor, 40-30. 40-30 now. So I'm still going for Muchova. Also, follow us on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram at Talking Tennis TT. If you've got your phones or your laptops out watching us right now, or even just listening to us, flip over to Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, or even better, all 3, and give us a follow or a like on those platforms. And then you'll get even more coverage of the tennis, which, by the way, means right here, Taylor Townsend is leading 5-4 because she's just held with a nice winner. And we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Muchova is serving at 4-5 to stay in this first set. And given the discomfort that she's had on her serve throughout this first set, I don't think this is going to be an easy way to stay in the first set. Taylor is going to apply that pressure. She's going to be turning that screw. Nevertheless, Muchova's fighting back here. Good volley at the net. It's going to be an easy smash, is it, for her? Good defense, though, from Taylor. And the sun is really annoying Karolína. It doesn't matter because it's gone out. But you can see Karolína there putting her hand to the sky with the bright sunshine from that side of the court. Is making life a little bit difficult for the Czech. Look at her there. Look at her there. She's just covering herself. She can barely see it. I mean, it ends up landing probably about 5 meters out, but she's panicking that it might land in. Good serve, though, there from Karolína. I think she's in trouble here, Karolína, but we'll see. Still 15-love on her serve. She wins this point, and things will be looking good for her. Oh, has that landed in? No, I think it's just gone out. It's just gone out. It's going to be a close call. Just out. Yeah, 30-love. To the relief of the Czech and the disappointment of Townsend. Okay. Pavlyuchenkova. Yeah, that was yesterday. Okay, 30-love. Muchova comes into the net and it's a volleyed winner. Nice one. By the way, Isabel as well from Talking Tennis. We have a rather large team, numbering about 25 regulars and about another 50 or so occasionals. One of our regulars, Isabel, is also in New York today at the tennis, and she's just sent us a video in of her resume for the day, what she's looking forward to. So I'll be playing that for you at the end of this game. Good return there from Taylor. Taylor comes into the net. The volley's not good enough, though. And Muchova wins the point. And it's 5 games all. Let's have a quick listen to what Isabel is looking forward to today.
Hi, tennis fam. I'm here at the U.S. Open. Arthur Ashe Stadium is behind me. Some matches I'm looking forward to today are Fekina versus Paul. And Coco Gauff versus Mertens. I'm going to see as much as I can today while I'm here for the day session. Enjoy your tennis.
what am I doing? The Anastasia, so beautifully described earlier. Let's have a quick look back on some of the action from yesterday. Run VT.
It was a gorgeous day 4 in New York at the US Open, and spirits were high. That was quickly dashed by the first 2 matches of the day. The match between Jack Draper and Ubi Urkach was clearly one-sided, as Ubi looked pale and weak. The physio was called out, but he stuck with the match, losing in straight sets. A bright side was it was good to see Jack Draper back on court playing well. Then it was off to court 5 for Matteo Berrettini versus Arthur Rindickneck. For the first set and a half, we had the Rindickneck who pushed Alcaraz in queens. He was up a set and a half on Berrettini and was playing lights out when Berrettini took a bad fall and had to retire. I needed a palate cleanser after the first 2 matches, so headed off to Louis Armstrong, where Elina Svitolina was putting in a masterclass on how to come back from a set down and win. Ran to catch the 5th set of Arthur Fils versus Matteo Arnaldi, which delivered. Can't wait to see more of Fils in the future. Bobbed around the courts for a bit, and finally called it a night at the Open. The hot ticket tomorrow might finally be the day session on Arthur Ashe, but Louis Armstrong is where I'll hang for most of the day.
There we go. Thank you very much for that analysis of yesterday's action. Back to today, Karolína Muchová is serving to stay in this first set, and she's love 15 down on her serve. So to say that she's in a spot of bother would be a slight exaggeration, but, well, no, I guess it's fair because she's 3 points away from losing this set on her serve. I think she might be a little bit more comfortable down this end of the court, but we'll see. Townsend nets, so it's 15 all. Schmiedlova and Wong are on serve at the beginning of their second set. Where is the safest place to travel as an American that speaks nothing but English? I'm not sure if this is a joke, but Peyton, I will address it. I mean, another English-speaking country. Canada, maybe, if you're thinking of someone from the US. But perhaps there's a little joke coming here, Peyton. Either way, hit the like button. Okay, 30-15 on the Muchová serve. 2 points away from forcing a tiebreak. And it's 40-15. Yeah, she's much more comfortable down this end of the court when she's serving. I do anticipate a tiebreak. It'll be interesting to see how the first 6 points bear out compared to the next 6. That's a good point, Terry. I don't know about most, but a good 50%, Terry, particularly in Northern Europe. Interestingly, Portugal has a pretty good level of English too. Greece, I would say, in the tourist spots in particular as well. But Portugal throughout is a surprisingly good level. Backhand return from Taylor I thought was going to be big and good, but actually it was big and bad into the net. 6 all, and we are into a tiebreak, ladies and gentlemen. Where is your money on here? Is your house on Muchová? What about the poll, by the way? Let's give this poll another 60 seconds of life. So please get voting. 60 seconds to vote in this poll, okay? I'm going to close the poll at the end of the first point. So we're probably looking at maybe even 30 seconds left to vote in this poll. Get voting. Tiebreak is getting underway. Down the tee, backhand return. Neutralized rally right now, though. And it is Muchova who wins the first point. So we're closing the poll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing it at 54% in favor of Karolína Muchova. Oakley dokley. 54%. Okay, she has a tiny advantage here, the mini break advantage as well in this tiebreak. Okay, here we go, into the rally here. Backhand slice from Taylor, not bad. Forehand, though, to the backhand as well of Taylor. Taylor mixing it up now on the backhand of Muchova. Good depth from Karolína. Forehand Karolína. And it's the forehand that errs wide from Taylor Townsend. 2-love or 2-0 Karolína Muchova. Karolína Muchova. Second serve for Taylor to look at here. Where are you going with this one? You are going to the forehand of Taylor. Forehand again, Taylor. Taylor comes into the net, but it's an excellent passing shot from Karolína Muchova. Maybe the wrong choice on that occasion from Taylor to come into the net. Maybe. But hindsight, 2020, and all that beauty. Still, Muchova had to do some work, and she completed it. Nice shot indeed, Terry. 3-0, Karolína Muchova. A couple of you watching on Facebook, click the like button, please. Okay, 3-0. Taylor to the backhand of Muchova. Now it's Muchova again in charge of this point on the attack. This time she puts the volley away. I say this time because a lot of the volleys today from both players have been below their best, let's say. You might be supporting her just at the wrong time, Ghosty, because if you've been watching the match, it's been super competitive, and Taylor was probably the slightly better player throughout that first set, but now it's Muchova who seems to be in control. Double mini break advantage, 4-0. Backhand return. Forehand Taylor has gone long, and we're at 5-love, and a frustrated Taylor. 5-0 now for Muchova. 2 holds of serve. And what did I tell you, by the way, at the beginning of the tiebreak? How crucial would it be that Muchova would begin the tiebreak at that end of the court? I said it. I said it was crucial. And I said that she's going to want to take advantage of it. And I was thinking 4-2, 5-1. Well, it could even be 6-0 here. Let's see. Clips the net. Our interview as well with Shane earlier, the data analyst for Ons Jabeur and Aryna Sabalenka, he was talking about ends of court being influential in Paris. Well, perhaps today in New York too. Okay, backhand Taylor has gone wide, and a clenched fist for Muchova tells you that it is 6-0 for the Czech. 6-0, 6 set points for Karolína Muchova. This is turning into a pretty popular watch-along. Really pleased to have you on board. We've got loads of entertainment for you. We've been here a year. Where have you been for the last 12 months? Ghosty has been here since the year dot. I don't know if you use that expression in the US. Let me know either way. Anyway, back to the present. 2023, 1st of September, which for me is a pretty miserable day because it kind of heralds the end of summer in Europe. Anything but the end of summer in New York, though, looking at that sunshine today. Okay, 6-0, Karolína Muchova. 4 backhand return. Townsend comes into the net and goes long. So The first set is done. Karolína Muchová wins it 7-6, just as I suggested, that end of the court being so crucial. Let's have a little word from some of our people that are there on the ground, such as Isabel.
Hi, tennis fam. I'm here at the U.S. Open. Arthur Ashe Stadium is behind me. Some matches I'm looking forward to today are Fekina versus Paul and Coco Gauff versus Mertens. I'm going to see as much as I can today while I'm here for the day session. Enjoy your tennis.
Our kids are on the court. Coming in. I like them. Yeah, I don't understand.
Just day 4 in New York at the US Open, and spirits were high. That was quickly dashed by the first 2 matches of the day. The match between Jack Draper and Ubi Urkac was clearly one-sided, as Ubi looked pale and weak. The physio was called out, but he stuck with the match, losing in straight sets. A bright side was it was good to see Jack Draper back on court playing well. Then it was off to court 5 for Matteo Berrettini versus Arthur Rindickneck. For the first set and a half, we had the Rindickneck who pushed Alcaraz in queens. He was up a set and a half on Berrettini and was playing lights out when Berrettini took a bad fall and had to retire. I needed a palate cleanser after the first 2 matches, so headed off to Louis Armstrong, where Elina Svitolina was putting in a masterclass on how to come back from a set down and win. Ran to catch the 5th set of Arthur Fils versus Matteo Arnaldi, which delivered. Can't wait to see more of Fils in the future. Bobbed around the courts for a bit, and finally called it a night at the Open. The hot ticket tomorrow might finally be the day session on Arthur Ashe, but Louis Armstrong is where I'll hang for most of the day.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Louis Armstrong is where she'll be hanging for most of the day. And I've just seen Anastasia tweet about this particular match that we've got going on right now between Muchova and Townsend. Let's have a quick look at the Twitter sphere, shall we? Or the exosphere, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, I see Tommy Paul and David Fekina are underway. And Tommy Paul is already up an early break on the Spaniard. So my prediction of a of a Tommy Paul win, of a David Fekina there win might be a little bit wide of the mark, but we'll see how that one pans out. Muchova, by the way, here is 40-15 up on her serve. Yeah, so just have a quick look there at Tommy Paul there leading 3 games to love already. And the pressure is back on the Spaniard. So, yeah, there we go. Wong, by the way, is up a break, though, in the second set on Schmiedlova, despite being a set down. So she's fighting back. And here on Louis Armstrong, where I believe Anastasia is, Muchova leads by 1 set to love. And she's 40-15 now up on her serve as they are into a rally. And I think it's, yes, it was. Yeah, Townsend went long. So it is 1 game to love already for the Czech. Oakley dokley. Where is your money at now? What are we thinking, ladies and gentlemen? It's looking pretty good now for Muchova. Shall we get a new poll going for this encounter? I think we probably should because we finished the Taylor one. Let's also pin our membership, shall we, in the live chat. So that way, if you want to become a member and help not only support the channel, but also get exclusive perks, including extra videos and footage and badges for the live chat, as well as many other perks. Join us as a member. I'm going to post that in the live chat. Here we go. Look at this. There we go. Become a member. Just like Ghosty, among others, is a member. And Jane and Terry, all supporting the channel, but also getting exclusive perks. So that is there in the live chat. I can also pin that for you too. And probably we'll get a new poll up, shall we? Shall we go with, let's go with who is winning women's singles US Open? Let's go with Swiatek Sabalenka. Other. Let's go with that one, shall we? See how that one lasts. So, new poll out there as I see Karolína Muchová pass Taylor Townsend. And it's love 30 on the American serve. Love 30, ladies and gentlemen. And it's now love 40 on Taylor Townsend's serve. So Muchová is putting the foot down, stepping up a gear. Forza Muchová, as the real Hector suggests, or Hector, I should say. Hector being a space or an area, often used in a field term. Hector is a name, so I mustn't get those two confused. Wong remains a breakup, by the way, on Schmiedlova. Anyway, Townsend to serve. This is a crucial moment here at the beginning of the second set. Backhand return has gone long. Muchova seems to be annoyed with that one, but it was long. Boom. Yeah, it was quite comfortably. Well, a few centimeters. We're not talking millimeters, or for those tuning in where you don't know what millimeters and centimeters are. Very close. Okay, a couple of likes now on Facebook. Thank you for those likes there. Ghosty, how many likes are we at on YouTube right now? Have we got to 20 yet? If not, why not? And Muchova has broken, ladies and gentlemen. So it's 2 games to love for the Czech. She is up a set and a break, ladies and gentlemen. Whilst Wong and Schmiedlova are edging closer to the end of their second set with the advantage for Wong there, albeit that Schmiedlova won the first. I'm guessing that after one of these matches is Iga. Iga's coming on to Louis Armstrong, I guess, at the conclusion of this match. So, yes. Okay, they're into a rally here. Has that gone wide from Townsend as well? I think it has. Things are just beginning to unravel for the American. A little hello to Ghosty there from Terry. I'm getting a WhatsApp from Anastasia. Yep. I saw you, Anastasia. I saw you on my TV. Look at Townsend there, just ready to pounce. Hey, Max. Nice to have you on board. Don't forget to hit the like button. This would be good. We didn't quite get to 20 yesterday. I think we finished on about 17 likes for our coverage yesterday. Fingers crossed we can get to 20 for today. Anyway, we're into a rally here. I'm not sure that either of these two players will be concerned with how many likes we have. Oh, clips the net. Advantage Muchova, perhaps. Anyway, they're back into the rally here. Slice. Lovely slice, that one there from Townsend. But a nice forehand slice as well from Muchova. But that's a horrible backhand volley. Was tricky, to be fair. And we're at 15 all. Nice, everybody greeting each other on the various platforms. We'll be having another show again later on this evening. Nick will be bringing you live coverage of US Open tennis from about 7 p.m. British Summer Time, 8 p.m. Central European Time, 9 p.m. Greek Time. So get your calculators, your watches, and your clocks, and your abacuses, and your hands and fingers and all sorts out to work out what time it is elsewhere. Or just Google it. Or just like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And you'll know as soon as Nick goes live. Yeah, he'll be live in about an hour and a half from now. Oh, there's Anastasia again. Just seen her again on my TV. Nice. There we go, Anastasia. Don't know, did you see her? Did you see her, Ghosty? Did you see Anastasia there in the crowd, chatting to a dude in shades? Okay. Oh, we got that tricky sunshine scenario for Muchova, but she doesn't let it bother her this time. 40 love. Did we all see Anastasia there? Let me know in the live chat if you saw her there, just chatting to that dude in the crowd. She did just tweet a few minutes ago, actually. Let's see if what she was tweeting about. I think she was tweeting about this match, actually, and just the first set scenario. I think we all love that ready position from Taylor. I think we all love it. Anyway, she needs to be ready to realize that she's 3 love down. Let's take a 60-second break to have a quick look at Nick's WTA Power Rankings. What do we think about that? Muchova there comfortably in that top 10. Terry, you missed her. You missed her, did you? Anyway, she was there. Keep an eye out. She's on Louis Armstrong right now. They might show her again. You never know. Paul Hubie Hurkacz yesterday, sick. In his second round match. Anyway, let's get back to this match. Loving these interludes. It's great to have audio too for those of us just listening. Cool, KC. Cool. Sorry that some of them, of course, are visual based, but most of them have audio too. That one was, of course, a musical one for Nick with his 10 power rankings. I can tell you his power rankings more or less anyways. Number 1 is Iga Swiatek. Number 2, Arina Sabalenka. Number 3, Elena Rybakina. Number 4, Coco Gauff. Number 5, Jessica Pegula. Muchova is in the top 10. Vondrousova is in the top 10. He had Zachary in his top 10, which, yeah, well, we know what happened there. Okay. Muchova leads 3-0. Or 3-love. Okay. Some support there for Taylor in this second set. Well, she's going to need that. She's already love 15 down on her serve. There were some crucial moments in the end of the second set when Taylor really, before the tiebreak even, where Taylor really probably had to take advantage. And it's, yes, Muchova is now up the favorable end of the court as well, I would suggest, certainly from her side anyway. And so many break point opportunities Taylor had in that first set. So KC, power rankings is slightly different. Power rankings is based on who you think is most likely to go far. For example, I would not have Maria Sakkari in my top 10 power rankings, and yet I would easily have somebody such as who's outside the top 10. Maybe Muchova's outside the top 10. Yeah, have a look at the WTA rankings right now. It's kind of like, who are the favorites? So, for example, Pegula is number 3 in the world rankings, but she's not my third favorite. She's not the third most likely. She's not the one with the third greatest pedigree and the greatest chance, in my opinion, of winning this tournament. She may go on to win it, but it won't affect the power rankings. The power rankings are kind of solid, based on evidence, based on past, both recent and more distant, putting those all in a little bit of pot. Looking at form, obviously looking at previous US Opens as well, and churning them all out and then coming out with 10 most likely players. And I would agree, Iga has to be number 1, Sabalenka number 2. But if we look at the world rankings here, which I've just lost for some reason. Here we go. There we go. Now let's go to the Talking Tennis website. Actually, we're at 30 all on the Townsend serve here. So if we go to the Talking Tennis website, which we can see just here, and then we go, let's have a quick look at rankings. I see Tommy Paul, by the way, is 5-1 up in the first set. We've got the men's and the women's rankings here. Let's focus in on the women's, though. So Iga Swiatek in there at number 1, Sabalenka number 2. So yes, I would have Rybakina in at number 3, for example, as opposed to Pegula. I would also probably put Coco Gauff ahead of Pegula as well. So and probably put Ons below Coco Gauff. So it's kind of a little bit like that. Let's get back to the match anyway, because Muchova has a break point on the Townsend serve. Go Tommy, says Terry. I'm go Davidic for Kina. Townsend comes into the net and forces an error for Muchova as a result, and we're at deuce. Hi, Jake. Nice to see you too. Sorry you're a bit late. No worries. We all have our commitments. It's been a pretty hectic stream, actually. Jake, you should really check out our first serve as well, especially a 15-minute interview we had with a member of Ons Jabeur's team. Some really good nuggets from that earlier. Is she... But KC, if this is news, you're not saying that she's pulling out, I assume. Yeah, I think it would be good. Both those would be good news stories. Let's see. There's a chance. There's a chance. And Muchova's got another breakpoint opportunity here on the Taylor serve. Taylor puts away that backhand volley. Nice. So we're back at deuce. There's a chance. They're kind of in my second tier, if you like, with the first tier, probably Rybakina, Jabeur, and Swiatek. Then the second tier would be Jabeur, Muchova, Goff, Pegula. Yeah, something like that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we're at deuce here now. Muchova goes wide, so we're at game point now. Advantage Taylor Townsend. Townsend don't get a bagel. I don't think she will, but we'll see. Especially as Muchova's been pretty vulnerable on her serve, albeit more in the first set than the second. For those of you just tuning in, by the way, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Pinned in the live chat as well as the opportunity to become a member so you can get exclusive footage as well. Okay. Forehand, no need because Townsend has gone long, so we're back at deuce. And Tommy Paul has indeed won that first set with consummate ease over Davidovich Fokina. Perhaps my optimism for Davidovich Fokina was misplaced. Let's see how that one pans out. Long way to go there, of course, over on Ash. Jen Brady against Caroline Wozniacki will be brought to you by Nick later on. And Wong has won the second set over Schmiedlova, so they are into a third set. Good serve there from Taylor, and she's delighted with that one, and so she should be. Game point again for the American. Yeah, no worries, Jake. I'm actually going to also post the interview at some point with Shane from Ons and Arena's team. He's kind of a data guy for both those players. I've had him on the show a few times before, so it's kind of halfway through that that show I did with Jack earlier, looking back on yesterday's play. Of course, Ons had a really tight one that she won in 3 sets. A few slices here from Taylor. Taylor goes long with one of those slices, and we're back at deuce. We are back at deuce, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have another game point for Taylor. Max there, please, saying don't get bageled. Well, this game could help avoid that. I mean, she's only 1 break of serve behind right now. That's pretty important to recall. And she's just held serve, and so therefore she has avoided the aforementioned bagel. Let's have a quick listen to Isabel, by the way, who is there on the ground in New York.
Hi, tennis fam. I'm here at the U.S. Open. Arthur Ashe Stadium is behind me. Some matches I'm looking forward to today are Fokina versus Paul and Coco Gauff versus Mertens. I'm going to see as much as I can today while I'm here for the day session. Enjoy your tennis.
So there we go. Okay, Muchova to serve. Forehand here from Muchova, forehand from Taylor, backhand Karolína, backhand slice goes into the net from Taylor Townsend, 15 love. Matthew just updating us on what is going on over on Arthur Ashe, where Tommy Paul is now up a set and a break. ADF, Alejandro Davidovich Fekina, which was one of the matches that Isabel just said she was looking forward to. Not at the races. Really hope he's not playing like this because of some injury. Indeed, of course, coming into the tournament, Alejandro was suffering. Remember with that back issue that he had against Djokovic in Cincinnati, which made him retire from that match. And it was a concern for me, and perhaps I should have considered it before putting the Spaniard in my quarterfinal. Anyway, long way to go, I guess. Not quite such a long way to go in this match if Muchova can continue to hold serve as comfortably as she has been in this second set. She comes to the net there and volleys for a 30-love lead. Thanks for the update, by the way, Matthew. And Matthew, while you're here, hit the like button. Hit that like button. I'd love to know how many likes we're at on YouTube, by the way. Talking of YouTube, I did post a poll a little while ago. We're at 29 likes. That's nice. See if we can get to, maybe we'll get to 50 likes before the end of this show. We'll see. Maybe that's been a bit too ambitious. Anyway, I posted this poll on YouTube short just a little while ago, and people have been already voting. Who is winning the US Open? On the women's side, Swiatek, Sabalenka or other. Swiatek, almost half the votes there, with Sabalenka on 17%. And Townsend on the return goes wide. So we're at 40 love on the Muchova serve. And Townsend goes long on the return, and we are up 4-1 now. 4-1. So let's take a short break. Let's have a quick listen to Coco Gauff, by the way, speaking to Talking Tennis earlier this year about her chances at breaking her Grand Slam duck and finally getting off the mark. You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career, was on grass against Venus. Mm-hmm. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Mm-hmm. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
What do we think about Coco's chances? How are we feeling about that? Is she your tip? Get voting in the poll as Taylor Townsend comes to serve at 1-4 down. Back against the wall, I think, is the probably the best expression I can think of right now. Taylor Townsend to serve at 1-4. Now she's on the forehand of Muchova that goes into the net, though. So 15 love. And, oh, she's got a bit lucky there, Taylor, I think. But she makes the most of her own fortune. And 30 love on her serve. Okay. 30 love now. Time the tee. Backhand return from Muchova. Does that clip the line or has it gone wide? It's gone wide. So it's 40 love for Taylor Townsend. First serve into the net. Backhand return from Muchova's not bad. She's in charge at this point. That's clever, Karolína. Really looked clear that she was going to go down the line, or at least it did to me, and probably to Taylor too, but she went the reverse direction. Nice. Still though, 40-15. And she holds serve for 4-2. There we go. So Muchova to serve at 2-4. Make sure you hit the like button, by the way, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. There's a few comments in the chat here I've missed. These checks, man, they're like puppies. Yeah, indeed, Ghosty. 4-2 here. Great to see some newbies in the chat, by the way. Sean Y, I've not seen you before. She's in a new gear and she's got a new coach. Has Muchova got a new coach, by the way? I wasn't aware of that. Cool, good to know. Sean, you appear to me at least to be new, so great to have you here. Real Hector as well. John McQuee as well says that Jane McQuee. Apologies there. Probably messed up the chance of getting you to subscribe. Please subscribe. All these new people. Sean Y, as I mentioned before. Who else is new to me in the chat today? The Royal Hector. Roy, I think I've seen you a couple of times before. If you haven't, though, subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Last I saw, we were on 29 likes as well, which is not bad. Fingers crossed we can get past 30. The Real Hector, I think I've already mentioned your name already. Peyton as well. Great to have you with us too. Please, all of you, hit that subscribe button. Gigao on from Brazil on Twitch. Great to have you on board as well. Keep your comments coming in. Charles as well. Wonderful, Charles, to have you. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And some people tuning in from San Diego, from Toronto, from Paris, from the US, from Brazil, from the UK, etc., from various parts of Europe as well, all joining us today. All hit that like button and subscribe. Muk C, Quantum, and Deanna, all there on Facebook. I hope you've all liked and subscribed. Okay. Back to this match where now Muchova has taken a 5-2 lead, ladies and gentlemen, and is now one game away from getting this done. Okay? Got it? Do you all follow? Cool. So we'll take possibly what could be our last break of the day to just remind you to tune in to The First Serve, our daily show at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. British Central European time that we have on every day during the US Open. Remember last ball drops? Remember that pretty successful thing we had on during the French Open and during Wimbledon, that as soon as that last ball dropped, we would go live with a review of the day? Well,
For New York, we've got something slightly different. It's called the first serve. It may look like last ball drops. It may even appear like last ball drops. But it's on at a different time. Some of you may be thinking, oh, a little bit more convenient, European time, mid-afternoon. Well, you're probably right. Anyway, it's coming your way every day for the next week or so. From probably until about around 4, I would imagine. 3 p.m. Central European time, 2 p.m. British Summer Time, and therefore 9 a.m. in New York, so Eastern Time, will be coming your way every day with a review of the previous day's action and a look forward to the day ahead. All here on Talkin' Tennis. So, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and see you at 9 a.m. Eastern Time every day during the US Open until the middle of the second week, more or less.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So keep up to date with all things tennis. Okay, cool. Also, we've got Nick, of course, coming your way with a live watch along this evening. I'm sure you're all pumped for that too, including Ben Shelton up against Karatsev, among others. He'll be covering all the sort of mid-afternoon action from New York. As Townsend comes in for a smash and she puts it away 15-love. And it's now 30-love to the American. So she's looking good for this game at least. Oh, and has she gone long there, Muchova? I think she has. So it's 40-love now for Taylor Townsend. 40-love. Yeah, so the action that Nick will be covering will include Mannarino, Tiafoe, Wozniacki, Jen Brady, and Ben Shelton, Aslan Karatsev. That'll all be live in about an hour from now. He'll be bringing you those 3 matches. And we are now at 40-15 on the Townsend serve. So Muchova's still in this game. Of course, if she wins this game, she wins the match and she is through to the next round. Maybe I should come over to the comments section because Taylor has indeed held. Maybe I've missed a few comments out there. Great that Hector has subscribed. Cool, 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 cool. Nice. What else can we bring you here? Sean Y, true Hector, but golf just seems different. I think she's growing up. Fair enough. Thanks, Sean, for good to be here for the content. Great. So yeah, please, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And okay, there's a leg issue for Fokina apparently. Interesting. What is the score, by the way, over there? Oh, I see. It's looking a bit uncomfortable now, both for the leg, but also on the scoreboard for Fokina. He's double breakdown, and he may even get bageled in this second set. Oh dear. So with the back issue that he had in Cincinnati doesn't seem to be apparent, but today it seems to be Today it seems to be a leg issue too. Okay, back here because Muchova, by the way, is 3 points away from closing this out. So perhaps we should just, for at least this game, turn our attentions here. 5-3, 15 love. Muchova 3 points away from a place in the third round at the US Open. Backhand, no forehand return, of course. I'm getting confused between the lefties and the righties, as I often do, and I will do so, I'm sure, again in the future. Townsend, of course, confused me. Maybe she confused Muchova too, because Muchova nets, and we're at 15 all. Yeah. Sean T or Sean Y? Sean Y, yeah. Okay, cool. 15 all. Muchova goes long on the first serve. And now it's Townsend's turn to go long, 30-15. So Karolína Muchova is 2 points away from winning this match and a place in the fourth round. I think I said third round earlier. I meant to say fourth round. So the last 16. Probably the first player to reach the last 16. Am I right in saying that? I think so. Although Tommy Paul is trying to beat her to it. Although I don't think even the miraculous Tommy Paul will do that. Unless, of course, David Fokina pulls out injured in the next 30 seconds or so, because we are now at 40-15 for Karolína Muchova. 2 match points. I repeat, 2 match points for the Czech Karolína Muchova, number 10 seed, for a place in the fourth round at this year's US Open. Here we go. Is she going to get the first serve in? Townsend ready to pounce. No need to pounce just yet because it hits the net and I think it went wide. So I think it's going to be a second serve. I've got my volume down, so I'm not 100% sure on that. I looked at that as well, looking to see if the T and the Y are close, and they're not. Yeah. Okay. Forehand run around return, though, from Taylor, but she's got bad court position as a result, but that's not bad. And she's forced an error from Karolína Muchova. So 40-30, still 1 match point remaining. Jacket's got to come off right now. It's only a thin rain jacket. It was raining here earlier in Germany. Okay, match point number 2, Karolína Muchova. Backhand return from Taylor's not bad. Into the rally. Taylor going big, and she's got it. A winner down the line. Well, Taylor's saying, I'm not going anywhere just yet. Not yet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to stay for a little bit longer. But her hopes of remaining in this US Open are still hanging by a thread. There she goes, ready. Like a caged lion. Ready to pounce on this serve. Is it going to be a first serve? It is. Not. Because it clipped the net. And it's a double fault. No. What am I talking about, Johnny boy? Can we rewind that? It was unreturnable. And so now we do have another match point, a third one. 97 miles an hour, that last serve. Charlie there saying, come on, Taylor. Come on, Charlie. Hit the like button and subscribe. Back. Oh, I think that's gone out. Indeed, it has. A shanked return from Taylor Townsend sees Karolína Muchova win this third round tie on Louis Armstrong. 7-6. 6-3, the Czech progresses. Barely tells the story. Barely tells the story. Indeed, maybe the scoreboard on this occasion was marginally ahead. Normally, we're actually pretty... Nowadays, we seem to be a bit closer in sync. But anyway, whatever. More importantly, the scoreboard tells us that Muchova is through and that Townsend is out, ladies and gentlemen. Muchova is the first person into the fourth round at this year's US Open on either the men's or the women's side, although Tommy Paul could be shortly joining her. Congrats to Muchova, yeah. Muchova, though, having a lot of trouble here. If you weren't here at the beginning of the match, the first set, Taylor may have been arguably, certainly up until the tiebreak, the better player. Yeah, she had many breakpoint opportunities, and I would say until 6-all, she was the one constantly putting Muchova in trouble. Muchova, we saw her struggling with the sun, struggling in terms of how to see as Taylor Townsend gives a wave and a goodbye. Yeah, indeed, Sean. Forza Muchova as well. So, Muchova is about to give her on-court speech. Let's see if we can dip into that right now.
Karolína, it's so fascinating to watch you play. There are times when it almost seems like...
Can you hear this, by the way?
You become more and more dangerous as the match goes on. And seemed that way today. What was the key in that first set tiebreak? That was flawless.
You were getting better and better.
Yeah, first point was to get to the tiebreak because it was very tough. We had, as you mentioned, some great rallies and
great rallies in the first set.
On the net, and when someone plays a similar game as I do, it's so usually so.
Two similar game styles, she suggested. 1 hour 55 minutes the match was altogether.
French Open final, Cincinnati final. You are the number 10 player on the planet. That's at the start of this year, was being a top 10 ranked player one of your goals, or is this just a delightful surprise after all your hard work?
I think it was always a goal. It's in your head to be top 10 player. So yeah, it's just. I just really appreciate it, and it's nice that it happened, that I can call myself that I'm top 10, and I'm just trying to enjoy it.
Apart from tennis, again, you're in the biggest city on the planet. Curious to know, is there one thing in New York City that you have to do before you leave, if anything at all?
I don't know, maybe watch some Broadway shows or something like that. I didn't watch this year anything, so I'll do that, hopefully.
All right, we'll hold you to that. Listen, show some love to the number 10 player in the world, Karolína Muchova.
There we go. There we go. She didn't really know how to answer that last question, did she? Who said big? Did she say biggest? Who said biggest city on the planet? Did he say it or did she say it? I wasn't completely paying attention. Anyway. Karolína Muchova, as that smile on her face suggests, is through. Let's have a quick look elsewhere. And yes, as I said earlier, it's not looking good for Dervish-Vakina. It'd be good to know. Best city on the planet, delusional. The interviewer said it. Okay. Anyway, listen, Muchova is through. Who will she be playing in the next round? Let's have a quick look at the US Open draw before I bring this particular episode of Talking Tennis to an end. I remind you that in a little under an hour, Nick will be live with our next show. So they're coming thick and fast. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Nick will be bringing you all the action from Wozniacki and Brady, Shelton Karatsev, and Manarino against Tiafoe. Those matches, he will be all across those. So make sure you tune in to that in about an hour from now. And yeah, I just want to have a quick look to see who Muchova is playing in the next round. Maybe someone in the live chat will be even quicker than me on this one. We will soon find out. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the US Open draw. Okay, I'm on the official site. Probably people are writing in the live chat and they're screaming at me right now, but I'm not looking at the chat as we speak. Women's, okay, here we go. Let's share this screen. So, Swiatek up against Juvan, is it? Am I saying that right? Swiatek Juvan. Probably that's coming up any second, actually. I think it's about to get underway right now. Igor against Juvan. Ostapenko against Pera. That'll be on later on today. Ostapenko Swiatek, that would be cool. Wozniacki Brady, I'll just go Brady there. Brady Goff, that would be a nice fourth round, but Wozniacki Goff would be cool too. Let's go for Rybakina and Bencic to emerge the winners. That would be a nice fourth round too. Muchova is lying in wait for Wong and Schmiedlova, who are locked there at 4-2. I say locked. Of course, that does give Wong a slight advantage. Bolter is up against Stearns, although I think that's tomorrow, and Alexandrova. So let's see how that... Alexandrova, Vondrusova, that's a close call. Yes, I'm also looking at the screen right now to see Muchova up against Wong or Schmiedlova in the next round. Okay, let's just have a quick look at the live chat to see what I've been missing in the last few minutes. Yes, all the interviewer said it about the biggest city, best city, blah, blah, blah. What's wrong with the pizza? Interesting. That kind of stuff makes Americans look so interesting. Even the world is full of awesome cities, even Bonn, indeed. Okay. Somebody's a fan of certain extracurricular activities there, Hector. That's cool. Okay. Listen. Let's try and make the world a bit of a happier place wherever that happens to be. And keep... I was going to use a Nick line there. Well, I won't use a Nick line because Nick will be here to use that line on you later on. Make sure you tune in to Nick for that. I'm just getting some WhatsApps from Damien. And yeah, and I think Damien's going to bring you a show later on as well. All right, Casey, thanks for the love for Bonn. Let's leave you with a few videos before we bring the show to an end. So keep chatting in the live chat. You can keep chatting. This show will be live for probably another 15, 20 minutes or so, albeit you won't see me here. But if you want to exchange opinions in the live chat about the best cities in the world or some of the tennis, that is fine. Let's bring you a few videos, first of all. The first of which will be, let's have Isabel on the ground in New York.
Hi, tennis fam. I'm here at the US Open. Arthur Ashe Stadium is behind me. Some matches I'm looking forward to today are Fekina versus Paul and Coco Gauff versus Mertens. I'm going to see as much as I can today while I'm here for the day session. Enjoy your tennis.
Our kids are on the court. Coming in. I like it. Yeah, I don't know what
Remember last ball drops? Remember that pretty successful thing we had on during the French Open and during Wimbledon, that as soon as that last ball dropped, we would go live with a review of the day? Well, for New York, we've got something slightly different. It's called the first serve. It may look like last ball drops. It may even appear like last ball drops, but it's on at a different time. Some of you may be thinking, oh, a little bit more convenient, European time, mid-afternoon. Well, you're probably right. Anyway, it's coming your way every day for the next week or so, from probably until about around 4, I would imagine. 3 p.m. Central European Time, 2 p.m. British Summer Time, and therefore 9 a.m. in New York, so Eastern Time, will be coming your way every day with a review of the previous day's action and a look forward to the day ahead. All here on Talkin' Tennis. So, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and see you at 9 a.m. Eastern Time every day during the US Open until middle of the second week, more or less. There were some Australian Open final vibes for me today, and I was looking at a couple of comparisons. Australia was 2 hours 28 minutes, today was 2:26. I'm sure you weren't aware of that. But I tell you, 4 championship points, does that sound familiar? And were you thinking of it during that last game?
Actually, yes, I was thinking when I was down with the break in the last game, I was thinking, okay, I did it at the Australia Open, so probably I'll be able to get this win this time again, and it's actually helped me to stay focused and to have this belief in myself. And yeah, definitely this match reminds a lot of Australia Open match.
spirits were high. That was quickly dashed by the first two matches of the day. The match between Jack Draper and Ubi Urkach was clearly one-sided, as Ubi looked pale and weak. The physio was called out, but he stuck with the match, losing in straight sets. A bright side was it was good to see Jack Draper back on court playing well. Then it was off to court 5 for Matteo Berrettini versus Arthur Rindickneck. For the first set and a half, we had the Rindickneck who pushed Alcaraz in queens. He was up a set and a half on Berrettini and was playing lights out when Berrettini took a bad fall and had to retire. I needed a palate cleanser after the first two matches, so headed off to Louis Armstrong, where Elina Svitolina was putting in a masterclass on how to come back from a set down and win. Ran to catch the fifth set of Arthur Fils versus Matteo Arnaldi, which delivered. Can't wait to see more of Fils in the future. Bobbed around the courts for a bit and finally called it a night at the Open. The hot ticket tomorrow might finally be the day session on Arthur Ashe, but Louis Armstrong is where I'll hang for most of the day.
kids are on the court. Oh wow, coming in. I like the view. Yeah, I don't understand. And they'll love this somebody.
Remember last ball drops? Remember that pretty successful thing we had on during the French Open and during Wimbledon, that as soon as that last ball dropped, we would go live with a review of the day? Well, for New York, we've got something slightly different. It's called the first serve. It may look like last ball drops. It may even appear like last ball drops, but it's on at a different time. Some of you may be thinking, oh, a little bit more convenient, European time, mid-afternoon. Well, you're probably right. Anyway, it's coming your way every day for the next week or so, from probably until about around 4, I would imagine. 3 p.m. Central European time, 2 p.m. British Summer Time, and therefore 9 a.m. in New York, so Eastern Time, will be coming your way every day with a review of the previous day's action and a look forward to the day ahead. All here on Talkin' Tennis. So, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and see you at 9 a.m. Eastern Time every day during the US Open until middle of the second week, more or less.
enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.